All right, let's take a look at this video. It is so cute. It looks like she's getting rid of her pacifier. So let's talk about pacifier do's and don'ts. Peds Patrol here, double board certified pediatrician, and pacifiers are amazing little things that can help babies, infants, and toddlers with soothing, calming, and sleeping, as well as colic. Here are some do's and don'ts that you need to know. So do use pacifiers. They've actually been shown to reduce the risk of SIDS, which is sudden infant death syndrome. We don't know the exact mechanism, but we think that when you use a pacifier, you're keeping the airway open and you're constantly stimulating the brain to work. Don't force a pacifier down a child's neck. If they don't want it or it falls off, don't give it back to them if they're not interested. So do use a pacifier if you're primarily formula feeding or bottle feeding your baby, but don't use a pacifier if you are primarily trying to breastfeed your baby. The reason being is you should hold off for about 3 to 4 weeks until breastfeeding is established and proper sucking and the relationship between mom and baby is established. After that, you're allowed to use a pacifier. Don't have a pacifier attached to either beads or a thread or a string. This can increase the risk of strangulation and choking, so don't do it. Don't use pacifiers that are from a bottle or from the nipple. These are very easily dislodgeable. They can also disintegrate quite quickly, and so they're unsafe. So buy age-appropriate pacifiers. Please, 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 if you are going to be using a pacifier, do clean them and clean them often, usually with boiling water to make sure that you're removing any type of particles, bacteria, or things like that that might get onto a pacifier. Very hot topic, but don't use pacifiers longer than 6 to 12 months of age. The reason being is that they should be learning other ways to self-soothe themselves. And if you prolong using a pacifier, they may start developing an unhealthy relationship and using pacifiers as a security blanket or using it because they're anxious. Also, if you continue to use pacifiers at 2 or even 3 years of age, it may affect tooth development as well. I hope these tips and tricks were useful. Comment down below and let me know when your child stopped using a pacifier and how effective it was and how easy it was.